From Skyline to GTR, the evolution of a supercar. The iconic Skyline, launched in 1957 by Japan's Prince Motor Company, initially emerged as a modest luxury sedan. Its evolution into a high-performance sports car began after Prince merged with Nissan in 1966. The Skyline's legacy is most celebrated as the foundational model that ultimately led to the creation of the legendary GTR. The Nissan Skyline, particularly the 1999 R34 model, has become a highly coveted automobile in the 21st century. Initially priced at $41,000, equivalent to $70,000 in today's terms, these cars now command auction prices reaching up to $300,000 for premium specifications. Let's delve into the iconic legacy of the Nissan Skyline. Hey, yes, I'm talking with you.
What?
Honey, subscribe, please. Say something. The first Skyline. The Skyline, a cornerstone of Japan's automotive history, rose alongside the nation's motorization era. Renowned for its racing victories and technological innovations, the first-generation model debuted in 1957. Inspired by the Prince sedan, this premium car made headlines with its grand launch at the Tokyo Takarazuka Theater. Its American-influenced design, featuring chrome accents and a small tail fin, was a standout. Powered by a 60-horsepower GA30 inline-4 engine, the Skyline boasted a top speed of 125 kilometers per hour, setting a domestic record. Known for its pioneering features, this generation introduced the Didion axle and dual-speed windshield wipers. A minor facelift in 1960 added 4-lamp headlights for enhanced high-speed visibility. The first-generation Nissan Skyline, particularly the GTR variant, represents a significant milestone in automotive history. A little hint: the first one was Prince, not a Nissan, so do not confuse them. Officially becoming a part of the Nissan brand in 1969, it was unveiled at the Tokyo Motor Show, showcasing Nissan's commitment to performance with a powerful inline 6-cylinder engine that produced 160 horsepower. This performance was complemented by advanced engineering features, such as individual throttle bodies, enabling better air and fuel delivery for a more responsive driving experience. The GTR was designed with a 4-wheel independent suspension system, which dramatically improved its handling dynamics, allowing each wheel to react independently to road conditions. This innovation was crucial for both everyday driving and competitive racing, providing stability and control, particularly in tight turns. Its aerodynamic design contributed to reduced drag and better high-speed stability, while its sporty silhouette helped establish its identity. Skyline C110, the Kenmari era. The Skyline C110, affectionately known as the Kenmari, graced the automotive scene from 1973 to 1977. This generation of Skyline holds a special place in enthusiasts' hearts, not just for its sleek lines and performance, but also because of a quirky marketing campaign featuring 2 fictional owners, Ken and Mary. Ken and Mary. Picture this: 2 stylish Japanese individuals, Ken and Mary, cruising around in their C110 Skyline. Their adventures were immortalized in commercials, and the Kenmari nickname stuck. It's like the automotive equivalent of a buddy cop movie, but with more chrome trim. GTR. Now, let's talk about the good stuff, the GTR variant. In 1973, Nissan blessed us with a GTR version of the C110. It was a limited run, making it a rare gem. The GTR badge on a Skyline has always been a signal that serious performance is lurking under the hood. In this case, it was a 2.0-liter inline-six engine with around 160 horsepower. Not mind-blowing by today's standards, but back then, it was like strapping a rocket to your commute. Last of its kind. Here's the bittersweet part. The 1973 GTR was the last GTR-branded Skyline until the iconic R32 GTR arrived in 1989. So, for over a decade, the GTR nameplate took a hiatus. But fear not. When it returned, it came back with a vengeance, dominating racetracks and video games alike. The R30 Skyline, where practicality met sneaky ambition. The R30 was a highly versatile and successful design, offered in multiple configurations including a coupe, 4-door sedan, 5-door hatchback, and a 4-door wagon. In total, there were 26 variations of the R30, none of which suggested the future legacy of the Skyline. The R31 Skyline, where boxiness meets red-top power. Back in 1986, the automotive world welcomed the R31 Skyline, a car that was a tad more substantial and boxier than its predecessors. Picture it. Angular lines, a hint of 80s flair, and a whole lot of attitude. But what really set the R31 apart? Well, it was the first to strut its stuff with the legendary red-top Skyline FJ20 engine. Imagine those red cam covers peeking out from under the hood, like a sly wink from a car that knew it was destined for greatness. And let's not forget the Nissan induction control system, the secret sauce that made this Skyline purr like a contented cat. The legendary R32, Skyline GTR, a tale of power and dominance. In the automotive world, some cars transcend mere transportation. They become icons. The R32, Skyline GTR, is one such legend. Buckle up as we journey back to 1989, a pivotal year when Nissan unleashed a beast that would forever change the landscape of high-performance cars. Genesis of greatness. The Skyline had already seen its fair share of transformations, but it was in 1989 that the true precursor to today's GTR emerged. The R32 Skyline GTR burst onto the scene, flaunting all-wheel drive and the revered RB26DETT inline-six engine. With a robust 280 horsepower coursing through its veins, this machine was destined for greatness. Forbidden fruit, alas, the R32 GTR wasn't officially available in the United States. However, across the Pacific in Japan, it was a different story. The JDM, Japanese domestic market model, became a cult classic, whispered about in hushed tones among American tuners. Enthusiasts craved its aggressive styling, raw power, and precision engineering. Track dominance. Stripped down and ready for battle, the R32 entered the Japanese Touring Car Championship in 1989. What followed was nothing short of awe-inspiring. 29 consecutive victories. Yes, you read that correctly. 29 wins in a row. The GTR's dominance on the track solidified its status as a motorsport deity. The birth of a legend. It was during those intense seasons of racing that the GTR's mythos truly took flight. Drivers pushed its limits. Fans cheered from the grandstands, and rival manufacturers scrambled to catch up. The R32, Skyline GTR, wasn't just a car. It was a force of nature, an emblem of unyielding performance. R33, Skyline GTR. The R33 Skyline GTR made its debut as a prototype at the Tokyo Motor Show in 1993 and was officially released to the public. In January 1995, featuring the renowned RB26DETT engine. Building upon the foundation of the R32, the R33 evolved into a faster and more stable vehicle. This was achieved through enhanced body stiffness, improved weight distribution, and an optimized traction control system with the introduction of the all-wheel drive technology known as ATIZA ETS Pro. The legendary R34, Skyline GTR, a turbocharged icon. Back in 1998, the automotive world was graced with the arrival of the R34 Skyline GTR. This Japanese performance legend strutted onto the scene and left an indelible mark on car enthusiasts worldwide. Buckle up as we dive into what made the R34 so special. Technological wizardry. The display unit. The R34 wasn't just about raw power. It flaunted some serious tech. At its heart was a futuristic display unit that seemed straight out of a sci-fi movie. This digital marvel provided essential information to the driver, from boost levels to lap times. It was like having your own personal Jarvis, minus the snarky comments. Heart of a warrior. The RB26 engine. Beneath that sleek hood lurked the RB26 a twin-turbo inline-six engine that could wake the neighbors 3 blocks away. With its symphony of induction and exhaust notes, this power plant churned out impressive horsepower figures. It was the kind of engine that made you want to hug it and whisper, "You complete me."
I love you. You complete me.
Shorter wheelbase. Sharper moves. The R34's designers must have been sipping espresso and sketching feverishly because they nailed the proportions. The shorter wheelbase and streamlined body gave it the agility of a caffeinated squirrel, whether attacking twisty mountain roads or dominating the racetrack. The R34 danced like nobody was watching, except for the awestruck crowd. Performance nirvana. If the R33 GTR was a symphony, the R34 cranked up the volume. It handled corners with surgical precision, and its acceleration pinned you to the seat like a human Velcro strip. The R34 wasn't just a car, it was a gravitational force that pulled you toward driving nirvana.
What? What does that mean?
The R34 Skyline GTR wasn't merely a car. It was an automotive haiku, a perfect blend of power, tech, and charisma. And even though it graced us for a mere 4 years, its legacy continues to echo through the rev-hungry corridors of petrolhead dreams. The GTR chronicles when Godzilla met the stars and stripes. In the automotive cosmos of 2008, a celestial event occurred. The Nissan GTR descended from the heavens, or maybe just from Japan, and touched down on American soil. It was like Thor's hammer, but with 4 wheels and a penchant for turbochargers. Nissan, in a dramatic flourish, dropped the Skyline name, because apparently, Skyline sounded too serene for a car that could rearrange your internal organs during acceleration. Instead, they christened it the GTR, which stands for Get the Road. Okay, not really, but it should have. Here's the scoop. Under that sleek, aerodynamic hood lurked a twin-turbocharged V6 engine, a power plant so ferocious that it made bald eagles shed a single tear of patriotic envy. With 473 horsepower at its disposal, the GTR didn't just compete with other cars. It challenged them to a high-stakes game of catch me if you can. The GTR's greatest hits, Drag Race Symphony. At stoplights, the GTR would hum a tune that went like this. Vroom, vroom. I'm faster than your morning coffee. It left muscle cars in its wake, their drivers blinking in disbelief. Cornering ballet, thanks to its technologically advanced all-wheel drive system, the GTR hugged corners like a koala clings to a eucalyptus tree. It whispered sweet nothings to the asphalt, promising eternal fidelity. Design drama. The exterior. Picture a stealth fighter jet that moonlighted as a nightclub bouncer. sleek lines, muscular haunches, and an aura of, I'll take you to 60 miles per hour before you finish saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
What? What the fuck?
And so, my fellow enthusiasts, the GTR became more than a car. It became a myth, a bedtime story for gearheads. It taught us that speed isn't just a number. It's a symphony of turbos, tires, and titanium dreams.